Here we go. Here we go. Here's William, Michael. Oh, and Dad. Yay. Yay. Now, I've got a picture here. It's a very cool picture. Can you tell what it is? That's it. Claire, you have a really good hard look. Sometimes a frown helps us to see better. Can you see what it is? See what it is? Wow. See what it is? I can see what it is, but I can see what it is because I've looked at it for a really long time. And once you can see what it is, you can't see anything else. I'm going to come back to it at the end and we'll see how we go. I'm going to tell you a bit of a story. One of my favourite Easter stories in the Bible was a story about two of Jesus' followers who went for a walk. And they were walking from Jerusalem to a village called Emmaus. And their conversation might have gone a bit like this. That was really weird what happened, wasn't it? Oh yeah, it was. Last week we were talking to Jesus and then he died. And then he wasn't in the tomb anymore. What do you reckon that's all about? Oh, I don't know. I don't understand any of that stuff. I don't know where he's gone. But I know I'm really sad because I haven't got Jesus with me anymore. We don't really know what they said, but I reckon they would have been saying something like that. They really didn't get what had happened at Easter. They really didn't understand what had happened. And then another man came along and he walked with them. And he said to them, "What are you talking about? What's going on?" And they said to him, "Oh, haven't you heard what happened in Jerusalem? Don't you know what happened in Jerusalem? Don't you know that Jesus died and he was put on the cross and he was put in the tomb and then the tomb was empty? Do you not know any of that stuff? And we don't know why it happened, but it happened." And the man who was walking with them said to them, "Well, actually, that man had to die so that he could come into God's glory. He could do what he was supposed to do." But those two men didn't know who that other man was, so they kept walking. And they got to Emmaus, and the two men said to the other guy, "Why don't you come with us and have something to eat, and you can stay with us and we'll keep chatting." And they went in and they were having dinner, and the guy that was walking with them broke the bread and shared it. And at that point, those two disciples realised who that was. Who was it? Who was that guy that joined them on the road? It was Jesus, but they didn't recognise him. I wonder why. Why do you think they didn't recognise him? Any ideas? William, tell me. Okay, so you reckon he might have looked different? Okay, he might have looked different. Say again, Trace? Maybe he had a disguise on. Do you think he could have had a disguise on? Maybe. Maybe those disciples were so sad and couldn't understand what was going on and so just didn't recognise him. Maybe. We don't really know why they didn't recognise him. Do you know what this picture is? Can you see this picture yet? Can you see it yet? Still can't see it? Okay, so it's a bit like that. You can't recognise that picture, and once you see it, you'll know what it is. I'm going to leave it at the back and I'm going to let you continue to have a look at it. And it's a bit like that for us now, you know. Sometimes Jesus is doing stuff in our life that we can't figure out. Things seem a bit odd. Sometimes people come along that we need to help, and that's Jesus in our life. Sometimes people come and help us, and that's Jesus in our life. Sometimes things are a bit tough, but even though we might not recognise that he's there, Jesus is walking right with us the whole time. He's walking with us as we walk wherever we're going, from Jerusalem to Emmaus, if we're at school, if we're at home, if our brothers are yelling at us, whatever. Okay, so he's there with us all the time. I'm going to show you this picture. So here we have Jesus' face, and here we have his beard. Can you see it yet? You still can't see it? That's because you probably haven't lived long enough yet to recognise it. But I'm going to put it up the back and you can have a look. And you guys can have a look too if you can't see it yet. Once you've seen it, you won't be able to unsee it. Can you see it yet? No. Go up the back and have... Can you see it yet?
Oh, yes, I see it straight away.
Oh, Merida's got it. Anybody else got it? Yeah. Oh, look at all those people that have got it. Oh, Liz has got it, but that's because she's my sister, and you know, that's because she's like me. Okay, guys, there's no Sunday school today, but I have got some sheets up the back, so I'm going to come up with you and we'll have a look at those. But first of all, we're going to pray. Jesus, we thank you that you did join those disciples and that you took them from being sad to being joyous. And Lord, help us to see you in the people you put in our lives. Help us to see you in our lives when things are tough. And help us to see you in our lives when things are joyous and happy and wonderful. We love you, Jesus, and we thank you for walking with us always. Amen.